Hello everyone. Welcome to Fitcad, your fitness show here on OCAD Live. Today we are going to be focusing on core and abs. I'm going to teach you 5 different exercises that you can do for your core and your abs and teach you how to do them correctly. So this won't be a routine video, this will be more of a how-to video. So let's get right into it. So the first one we're going to do, we are going to be using a kettlebell. They will all look different, they will be different weights. Just make sure that you're able to carry with your hands. With that, you're good to go. That can be a perfect weight. So the first thing that we're going to do is engage our core. The way that we do that is by breathing correctly. So breathing through your diaphragm, we're going to inflate our stomach and we're going to squeeze as if someone was going to punch us. So that is you engaging your core. And the reason we do that is to protect our spine. So when we do that, we're going to go around the world, which means you're basically going to be switching the weight from hand to hand, behind and in front of you, but you're going to be using your core to do this exercise. So you won't be doing this where you're moving your whole torso. You want to keep it as stiff as possible and avoid your body from moving from side to side by doing this exercise. So it should look like this. And just to keep it balanced, I like to go both ways. So you want to make sure that you are breathing through the exercise. You do not want to be holding your breath because that can be dangerous. You're avoiding for oxygen to get to your brain and you can later on faint, which you do see a lot of videos of that happening on the internet. So just make sure you're safe and you're breathing through the exercise. This next one, we are going to be using a dumbbell. I am having here a 7.5 pound one. You do not want to focus so much on the weight. It's more of the technique that we're going to be using. But we're going to lay down on a mat and we're going to be doing crunches with our legs up. So that way we're going to have both our lower and upper ab included in this one. So we're going to be laying on the mat, we're going to have our legs up, and we're going to be using this part of our torso to bring it up by squeezing our abs. That means that we're going to be doing crunches. And we're going to be doing that with the help of the dumbbell just to add a little bit of resistance. We're going to have it here on our chest, legs up, and start. Okay, and that is it. For the next one, we are going to be using a plate and we're going to be marching at the same time. You can pick whichever plate you want, just make sure that you're able to carry it without injuring yourself. So you're going to lift it up over your head, you're going to engage your core, you're going to squeeze in real hard, and you're going to start marching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You really want to make sure that you're engaging your core. If not, you're not really doing much. For the next exercise, we're going to be using a cable machine. If you don't know how to use it, here is a cable. You add the accessory here. The weight is down there, and you can move this as well as this. Okay, so we're going to bring it down, and we want to have it at around chest height, right about here. Okay, that's perfect. The accessory that we're going to be using for this one will be this one right here. It's just a loop and it has something to hold it. We are going to now add it. And now we're going to be changing the weight. I do recommend to go light on this exercise first, just so you can test it out and you can see where you are at. So I like to keep it very light for this one. Say 14. So for this exercise, you're going to be stepping to the side and you're going to, with the hand that is close to the machine, bring it towards your chest. Right when it's here, you're going to grab with both hands and you're going to lock your fingers. And now the trick here is to keep your body completely straight. You do not want to be twisting to any of the sides. So the difficult part here is when you want to push away from you. Now, while pushing away from you, the weight is going to want to bring you inward. You're going to fight it and keep it here. So you're going to bring it towards your chest and out, in and out, in and out. And then you want to do it with the other side, just because here you're working this part of the ab, and when you switch around, you're working the other part of the ab. So just to make sure that you remember, you really want to engage your core here. You do not want to be using only your arm to be pushing against it. You really want to use your core so that your whole body doesn't twist. You try and keep it completely compact and straightforward, and you're pushing out and in while fighting against the force. So when you bring it towards your chest, you do not want to have your shoulders up here where you're doing this. Neither do you want your elbows to be up here. Okay, so you really want to have your back squeezed in, okay? And you want to have your elbows tucked in, so you push out and in towards you. Onto the next one, we have Russian twist. So as you may know, it is balancing with your legs up and switching from side to side with the weight. So here I am using a 10-pound weight, and let's go over the position. So you're going to be balancing your whole weight on the center of your body. That would be right around your hips, kind of coccyx area. And you're going to bring your feet up. You're going to cross them so that it's easier on your legs. And then you're going to lower your torso. So you're not going to be up here. You're going to really lower it, okay? So right when you feel like you're actually engaging your core, you can see that I'm shaking a little bit. This is where you're going to now be twisting from side to side, okay? So we're going to be using our weight, and let's get started. So balancing, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So something that you really want to be cautious about is when you're twisting, where your leg position is. You don't want to be twisting and your legs going the opposite side. You really want to have them center, and try and keep it center throughout the workout, okay? That is where you're actually engaging your core. And that is it. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye-bye.